Greetings, Holy Ones. I am your brother with Christos Avatar.com. I welcome you to this transmission, this energy, which is consciousness. Consciousness is energy. Everything is alive. Everything is intelligent, is aware, is realizing or not realizing. Welcome, Holy One. This time I had my sound on, I hope, at least. Let me check. Konnichiwa. Omas. Yes, first one, Aaron. Aaron in the house. Thank you for coming back, Holy One. Chiwa. Amakaya. I welcome all of you who are here tonight. We're just getting started. And I want to say that I have already gotten lit. So please, at your own convenience, you too get lit. We'll be in the same synchrony. Bandwidth was boosted, you understand? So we go into that boosted consciousness, spirit, energy. We realize other aspects of ourselves that we don't normally perceive for, I would say, a certain amount of minutes. And then we go and explore this for that amount of time. You would say receiving higher dimensional frequency, energy, information, this transmission from a higher frequency, higher dimension. This is code, okay? It's a higher dimensional energy, chiwa. Not the opposite of expansion is contraction. So this higher energy will contract itself. Kind of like, you make a PDF of something, it gets into a smaller package until they put the pieces back together. It's a language, it's a code, it's a computer. So you realize these binaries, you are going beyond into higher principles, holographic principles, universal, parallel, even phantom level. So you have different versions, time periods, or perceived time periods. Everything's actually in a hologram. It's all happening now at the same time. That's the property of a hologram. It's omnipolar. Inside, it's polarized. Outside the whole, it's omnipolar. Welcome, Holy Ones. I'm so happy to see you guys. Look at that. What kind of one-on-one sessions do you offer? Wizard Tips in the house. What's up, Wizard Tips? Oh, I haven't done that before. Adrian, hello, loves. Welcome, Holy One. I'm so happy you're here again. Yes, ho. And we're part of this Starseed, these Indigo children that are coming in, that are being born in you would say, kind of like groups, periodically, throughout time, for the past couple hundred years leading up. You're creating generations of indigos. Now there's indigos having indigos. So they're in here. And they're around the planet in different populations, speaking different languages. We're here. The Holy Grail is here amongst Earthseeds, amongst the ones we're trying to assist. These outer space, outside your terrestrial, extraterrestrial beings, I like to call them multi-dimensional beings, are finding their way into our dramas, into our history lines, and into our genetics, into our spiritual religions and things. Well, Holy Ones, we are remembering these distortions. We are these reversals, literal reversals of the law of one, We're talking about unity consciousness. It is a Christ consciousness. It is part, whenever you hear this term, Christ consciousness, it refers to a 12th dimensional activated consciousness. A being who has activated their Templar all the way up to that 12D. And if you're Indigo child or a Feme, Holy Ones, you have much greater, you would say, Templar. And it's like, instead of this only, well, you got one thing you have to realize: if you're human, it means that you accept, or you're part of what's, a parallel existence over here. Over here you have, it's a part of the template of a human. You are part particle, but you also have lives, you have incarnations, and the antiparticle, which you could also call the parallel. So that's why you can have 12 strands of DNA plus 12 over here. Now you're a 24 strand Indigo child. It's really here is part of this higher DNA coming in to be part of, to influence not only the planetary particle speed of our planet, because our consciousness literally speeds up the frequency, 5D frequency that the Indigo children are coming in with, that some of you are Indigo children, what we're coming in with is actually affecting particle speed. So you could say that's one of the reasons we're here, out of many. Also, besides helping the Earthseeds in their ascension process. We've already done this. But if you're a sleeping Indigo, you may be caught up in the matrix, in the hologram field, okay? You may forget who you are, just like the other lost people, basically lost ascended masters and lost, we're source God that individuated itself and kind of like forgot this history, forgot this real information of unity, law of one. It's a law, a universal law. Okay? It's not someone's opinion, someone's faith, someone's belief. It is a universal in your reality fields by creator put this here. Creator also gave you free will. This is a free will system. Now, there's other time matrices and other experiments going on that aren't based on love. Not all time matrices, there's God is learning about itself in different ways. So there's different experiences. You can look at our own dramas, our own spiritual war, and see how we have this history, this darkness and light. You have darkness, but it's not only darkness, you have light. You're going to have light and you're going to have darkness. This is part of the polarity. Polarized. God is polarized itself. Now you're experiencing polarization. You're this holy being. Wow. First your source, then your ascended master, number 1, then number 2 ascended master, then level 3 ascended master. Trinity, cosmic Trinity, holy ones. Ever. Is that a word? Forever, eternal, immortal. They don't die. There is no concept of death outside of manifest form. In those, this is outside of manifest. That's called demanifest. And when you think of reality being, like physical and stuff, well, that's one perception, of many. You go beyond this. You go beyond the vehicle. That's what that is. It's like a shell. Because you're this, not this. This is 3D. Inside your thoughts, your consciousness, that is your spirit. That is you. You can't grab it. You don't see it. You can't hug it. No. It's you though. That is you. You got to wrap your mind around that. Because you're not this. You're not, this is a hologram. It tricks you. You think it's real. You think this is you. But then you go on a spiritual path, you start to identify with, no, I'm not this. There's something that I can't see, with your eyes. You can't grab it. That is my thoughts, thinking. That is my awareness, my consciousness, my being, your very being. That's why they call it spirit. This is your spirit. It's your consciousness. Consciousness is energy. Energy is conscious. It's all alive. It's all spirit. It's all mathematical code, magnetic, electric, not only female, not only male. The answer isn't patriarchy, and the answer, honey, is not matriarchy, okay? The answer is both. All. So you're not identifying even with one or the other, you're identifying with all. Unity is not just a belief, it's a resonance. You hold this integrity, you hold this grace, you hold this mindfulness, you stand in this love, this light. You are this expression. You are this, you would say, definition. You are this explanation. You are the original intent of Creator. And Creator doesn't have a name per se. It doesn't have a gender. It's not a pronoun. Boys and girls, gods and goddesses is directly implies, well, density 2 beings, hello. Those aren't very high. Well, in comparison to Earth, it's high. It's heaven. But realize that's in comparison to this carbon experience. Wow, don't you want to go on beyond this drama? Haven't you learned your lessons, holy ones, Christed ones, Holy Grail? Remember who you are. It's not as if you need a teacher, a master, a guru, anything outside yourself, because everything you need is right inside. Because if you know that you're part of God, well, you got the resources of God, honey. You go inside and you realize this light, this akochia. You call it a covenant. You can call it an order, specifically the Emerald Order. This is who we stand. Speakers speaking to you in this modern 2020, a spiritual ascension, spiritual awakening. Now, I will even have people within this Guardian Alliance try to attack me, but I'm going to stand here in my integrity. This is my akochumwa. This is me standing here in this Christos. Understand this light, and just understand this perpetuation. This code, this transmission is undeniable. I stand here in my integrity in the Christos. So anyone within the family wants to attack me, I am here live. Join me live, holy ones. I am here in this light. I am here in this integrity, this Melchizedek. This holy one is part of who I am. God. I am sovereign. I am free. And before I stand before you, Holy Grail, I am activating my Merkaba, my holy Chimke, Machua, the Maharata Ray. Are you receiving that confirmation? This Holy Trinity, this Universal Trinity is here. If you do not feel, if you do not see, Holy One, my family, my cousin, my brother, my sister, I am here in light. I represent the Guardian Alliance, the Melchizedek, this blue flame. I am a speaker of the blue flame. I hear under this light, right here. So come, Join us live, Holy Ones. If you don't believe, if you don't perceive, if you're not receiving, if you're not feeling this Chiwakaye, Machiwa, much love, much respect, what much integrity is confirmation, testimony, witness, signed, delivered. Akewa. I love you. I love you, Holy Ones. Cheers, my Holy Ones. And when I say holy, I mean holy. Chika. So this is May 5th, the 5th day of the 5th month. It was my little niece's birthday. It was very, poor. This is my weakness in life. Now this is my testament. This is my test. So I'm going through this. And so I give her one of my crystals. And I gave her an egg-shaped lapis lazuli. And then I gave her an egg-shaped tiger's eye. Because she's always looking at my tiger's eye. So I finally gave her her own tiger's eye. So that felt good on 5/5. Here I am, 2002. Representing Guardian Alliance. Excuse me. I just ate a little while ago. I am representing Guardian Alliance, Holy Ones. This energy will speak for itself. This transmission will speak for itself. This is about unity. We're supposed to unite, not fragment. We're supposed to come together. We're supposed to know, which one. That's Guardian. Why attack another Guardian? Holy Ones. Akaya. If you don't keep sending these threats, if you don't keep sending, this, attack. Chiwa. Hokamaiche. Hochimatache. Elohai and Seraphai, okay, and Braharama, Holy Ones, oh my God, yeah. On the line, live, in front of the camera, Shiwa, Hokayume. I do this with the utmost respect of all of you Indigo children, all the Ayani, the Melchizedek order, okay, those who are part of this blue flame, representing Elohai, representing Elohim, okay? You can be awakened on your own, actually, to these beings, to these receptions. You don't need to be calling infringement. Infringement, oh, Kimasutas. So we are, might change my tone a different way, but we're still representing spiritual awakening, spiritual ascension through transdimensional, ascension mechanics, where you're learning how to activate your Merkaba, how to activate your strands that are necessary. We're still going to be talking about this Templar. It's not all this copyright, I'm sorry. We are going to shine. We're going to blaze, man. I already got blazed, but you guys can get blazed. You guys can light up. I already got lit up. So, this is just a little bit emotional, but only because on my niece's birthday, I had to have some rude awakening this morning. So, anyways, just realize your brother Thavian is always going to be teaching Ascension, and no one's going to stop that from happening. I'm going to be teaching you how to ascend out of this human drama, okay? I have been actually received the advanced Kathara. You go through the Kathara, you teach Kathara. I'm not going to call it Kathara. I'm going to call it some spiritual healing system. And it's following the principles of Guardian Alliance, of the Law of One, of unity, of developing a community. Hello, I've been sending people to you, baby. I've been praising you, talking about you. Makoya, you hurt your own family. You hurt me. Machitas, Mukiwa, Machitas. It's spirit, it's energy, it's light, and it lights up. We light up here on Christos Avatar. You become awakened here on Christos Avatar. We are with the light. We are with the love here on Christos Avatar. And you're not going to get anything else. If anything, we defend you. We protect you. We represent you. We're uplifting you. We're Chima. This is the family. This is this unity. This is the love. We stand up. Some of us are warriors. We stand up. We give this energy. We give this consciousness. We get this planet rolling. We get it vibrating. We get the throttles, the juices going. We're the consciousness coming here. This is our family. We are all part of this family. I'm Indigo. You're brothers. I'm always giving shout out to you. I'm always telling you you're holy. Look at you, Holy One. Beautiful One. Great. Almighty. You are majesty. This is a good thing. This transmission, this portal is a good thing. You take this down, we're going to go somewhere else. We will call ourselves something else. We are under the guerrilla spiritual warfare. We will still be fighting in the spiritual warfare. You want to attack? We will defend. I am still angel. I am still light. I am still guard. I am still here. Machiwa. There was no script. I didn't read from some bulletin. Understand? Do you feel? Do you know? You want to see my credentials? Machiwa. There's almost 1,000 of you here on Christos Avatar. If I'm suddenly gone, that's because I'm being attacked. And if I'm gone, I'm not gone. I'm somewhere else. So if I disappear, you find me somewhere else, Holy Ones. Save all my links. Save all my links now. Save all my links, Holy Ones. I am at ChristosAvatar.com. I am at TikTok, Christos Avatar. I am at Facebook, Christos Avatar. And I'll be somewhere else, Christos Avatar. Shimata. You can be attacked, I will defend. You will be dark, I will be love. I will be light. I am this immortal. Yachimokachima. That you were cool. Like a fierce love. Like an intense love, man. Oh, you got the gentle love, motherly love. You got the passionate love. You got this love. This intense, kuchumo. Yeah. Kuchumo. Sita suma kuchinechua. Oh, mani chitas. Oyemokoichi. I want to show you what I'm seeing, man. I want you to activate your chakra so you can see too these holy wands, which are you. You are in another dimension. You are this, not a sinful, inferior human. Dismiss, Indigo Child. Call BS. BS. You know. I'm not gonna follow your religion just because I'm your little child now. I have no choice. When I grow up, I know when I'm 18. Machiwa. I love you guys. You're catching me on lives. Notice, by the way, to everyone, I don't keep my lives online very long, maybe 36 hours. I know I said I was going to save my lives. I'm not saving my lives. Anyways, I have a reason, and it'll be understood later. For now, just understand that I don't save lives, so it's good that you're here live. Makayewa. There's witness. There was explanation. Okoyi mutsuchima yekes. Komachomate. And for those who wanted an explanation or need an explanation, this is respect to Magi, Holy Grail, Indigo children. Magi, Maharaji, you're part of these blue skin magical ones. Understand? Magi, Makoye, Sotachime. I'm not a clown, I'm not some hippie. Are you actually listening to what's coming out of my mouth? I'm not reading something, this is part of my heart. This is part of my life, part of my soul. So you better believe you attack me, I'm gonna be right here, right here. I'm right here, man. I'm right here. My consciousness, my energy, my third eye, all of my holy ones, watching me, I'm right here. So you can find me easy because I'm right there, man. Feel. Do you feel? I don't have to convince you. Okay? I don't have to convince you. It speaks for itself. Makichi. Matsutsita. We can be happy. We can be kids again. We can be playful. I love you. Because you will get vampires. You'll get grumpy people. You'll get people sending you, infringement, copyright threats. No, not just threats. They will send, yeah. So you get people like this in the world. You could easily send me a nice, friendly email. Hey, if you ever think of that, I'm a friendly guy. Can't you tell? I'm friendly. I'm loving. I would bid no misunderstanding. Now there is misunderstanding. Now there's harm, hurting. Woe, hakaye. It's going to be nice to have my own infrastructure to be able to represent a whole nother spiritual image, because there's in our communities, in our New Age movement, in the spiritual people calling themselves spiritual, is a bunch of BS, man. It's a bunch of occult systems, a bunch of dark systems. They're worshiping false gods, false idols. Part of this, the ET brotherhood, sisterhood. You're part of these beings. Not many people are understanding true unity consciousness. Is it so weird to you? For you just only want to have this, or you would say hierarchy. You want the elites, you want the authorities, you want the chosen ones, you want to be all siphoning off of each other as you go down in the pyramid scheme. You want to go, take this energy to stealing, siphoning. They're vampires. That whole little riddle, I think it's a scorpion, right? It's a scorpion and, was it a turtle? Maybe, something like this. I'm receiving energy from my right ear. Anyways, this little, he asked for a ride. Please don't sting me. No, it wasn't, I don't know what it was. It was a scorpion and something. But he ends up stinging him when he said he wasn't going to sting him. And then the thing is dying, and it says, while it's dying, why did you sting me when you said you weren't going to sting me? Because I'm a scorpion. Are you surprised? So major energy, maybe some of this plea is getting somewhere. I've asked the Elohai and Seraphai and Braharama. I'm making videos about them. Right? I just made a video about them. That these are the holy ones that I speak to. The three flame. Pale turquoise, pale yellow, pale magenta. You got to get used to visualizing those energies around you. Immerse yourself in those colors, energies, consciousness. Immerse yourself in that consciousness, in that light, that violet light, that blue light, that gold light. Specifically, pale turquoise, pale yellow, pale magenta. This is not copyright. Sorry. I can talk about the three flames. I can talk about certain things. All these things. Makaye wasto. Amakaye. I am the most respectful. And I even ask for suggestions. I even ask for, hey, please just don't hesitate to let me know. Don't hesitate. I'm an honest person. I would never have some problem with anyone else. Like, purposefully. I care about my own copyrights, much less someone else's. I am, like, respectful, supportive, even. So, you just have the spirit. Like, I have the spirit of a true lion, like a lion. Like, I'm cosmic. I'm not just universal. I'm cosmic, man. I know whatever comes my way, whoever, even someone I love comes against me, I'm still going to stand strong in my light. I'm still going to be following these principles. I'm going to stand in the law of one. I'm going to represent the law of one. Okay? No one has a copyright on law of one. Nobody has a copyright on unity consciousness, cosmic consciousness. I can activate my chakras too. I can evolve my identity too. I am aware of these higher levels. I am here. It's easy to check. I am here in this violet flame. I rage with this energy. I pray with this energy. I am standing in it. I'm here. Take a look. Just saying. I am, what do they say? I am transparent. I am transparent. No secrets, no fibs. Okay. I'm here. I'm an open book. I'm ready. I'm prepared. I'm standing in this light. I love you guys. Thank you for joining my live, holy ones. You are beautiful. You're loved. You're not alone. You have your higher selves. You have your personal crystals. You have your other lives, incarnations, past, present, really all simultaneous, but you can refer to it the most organized way. You are realizing higher parts of yourself. You're going to remember this. When you start to have literal activations, you will have like data dumps of memory come into your awareness. Like, that's real. That can really happen. So you're going to like awaken certain sub-frequency strands of your DNA. You're waking up more awareness, more energy, more consciousness, more spirit. You're bringing more in. As you go through ascension upon another ascension and another ascension and another dimensional ascension, you're going all the way up. Well, you're just collecting more memory, more biology, more consciousness, but actually less matter. You're getting less dense. The higher you go to the levels of Source God, because that's why we keep calling it Source, because eventually you keep going and going and going until you get to the source of all. God, Source God. God is the source of all. You eventually go back to God. This isn't what you would say is the Almighty God, right? This is a lower version of this. This one is less energy, less energy, less energy, less energy, less energy, less energy. And this is calling you itself God. This is calling you, telling you, worship me. I am your God. Worship me, or else I shall destroy you or send you forever and ever and ever in horrific pain and misery. Huh? Exactly. You understand or you don't? This is sometimes entertaining, when you're watching my channel, bizarre. And then sometimes it's just really like, yeah, you gotta be flexible in the spiritual community. I say, when someone starts messaging you, because I got people messaging me, trying to get friendly, trying to get romantic, trying to do this and that, and do you guys know I'm teaching consciousness and awareness and these energies and stuff. It's like you see someone trying to do something to you, like in front of you, they're doing something to you, but they don't know that you know. And you're like, okay, you have these dark beings always attacking, finding out, where's the indigos? Well, you gave them your DNA, didn't you? You give them your baby's blood. You got the baby's DNA and all these millions and millions of babies' DNA, people's DNA. There's databases of DNA just being used to do stuff with. But I'm not one of those political channels. I'm spiritual. Someone else can talk about that stuff, but that stuff exists. Okay, people realize that stuff does get out. It will be demonized. It will be called false information, tricky information. The religious people will call it of the devil or Satan. And this is how it works. It actually works. People turn against you because what they do works. Oh, you got this, we want to talk about Anunnaki. If I want to talk about Anunnaki from planet Nibiru, they put this little disclaimer. Yeah, how nice. I talking about Anunnaki, now there's the disclaimer saying, oh, this is fictitious information based on this wiki channel, basically. Based on, well, now I'm telling the AI not nice stuff about their own channel, not, So it's like, okay, people want to do this to you. They want to stop you. You're not. We're Templar. We're Indigos. We do this all the time, honey. We do this. We're Holy Grail. We come in these periods of time. We're used to your nonsensical anti-Christos ways. We're familiar. We're educated in your ways. We learn about your ways. Yeah. It's kind of like you learn martial arts. You're going to learn how martial artists learn how to beat you, because you don't have that information, but they do know how to beat you, kick you, whatever. So, or, flip you, whatever to you, and they could just throw themselves at you, Anyways, they're learning something to conquer you, attack you, harm you. Beings like this, relationships like this, conversations like this, those should be out of your life. Removing those relationships, those ideas. Yeah, you remove negative ideas. Are you on a spiritual path? Okay, well, you change spiritual changes. literally in your thoughts and how you act in reality, how you react to other people. This is not really complicated. You could teach your 5-year-old this. Okay? You put thoughts into your life, into your normal experience that are love and light and positive. You treat people with kindness automatically, naturally. It may not happen overnight, but you like train yourself to be this way, not from a spiritual guilt perspective, like, oh, you must do this or go to an eternal horrific eternity. Not this type of punishment. Hey, you don't do this, you know what's gonna happen to you. Like the Godfather or something. I'm making you an offer. You can't. What are you doing? You can't refuse. You can't refuse. You can't. Oh, I can't. So, I love you guys. I love you. Your brother Davian, standing in his light, in my integrity. I'm here with the Guardian Alliance. I'm here with these holy ones, with the Irohai, the Seraphi, the Brahmarama. I talked about them. I prayed to them. I'm with them. We are part of this, part of our incarnations, part of our lives, part of ourselves, our Rishi. We're part of these Rishi families. Some of us are more geared towards the blue flame Rishi sons. Some are more geared to the violet flame or gold flame sons. Okay, Rishi, you are these. That's kind of like your family line. If you're blue flame, that's cat people. Cat people. Mostly cats. Hominids. They're the hominid and cat form. The cat. The feline and hominid form. So anything feline, anything hominid with arms and legs, and generally speaking, is going to be blue flame. Insects, however, and reptiles, snakes, lizards, dragons, and also mantids and dinosaurs and dragon moths, these are all part of the gold flame. And on the violet flame, we have the dolphins, aquatic dolphins, because there's also aquatic people, but we're talking about the aquatic dolphins. And also the whales are part of the violet flame, and these are races that the violet flame created. All right, they're in density 5. They're suns, violet flame suns. They're called Rishi. These solar Rishi create life forms in density 4. You're learning about this stuff. If you're watching my channel, check it out. Subscribe, you guys. You want to learn about spiritual ascension, spiritual awakening. This is what we talk about here. Okay? We represent that here. You're not going to stop me talking on this planet about this. I will always be speaking about it. If you don't want me to say certain things anymore, I'm not going to. Don't worry. I'm still standing here strong. And I just want to acknowledge and say that, hey guys, I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers. Like, I still have like 100 left, but I'm almost there. I will be so happy and grateful to have an interest, growing interest. Literally in the past 30 days, like YouTube is telling me that's when like 250 of you subscribed to me during this month. So it's growing. That's like crazy. I love you guys. I love you very much. It's my honor to be doing this work. It's my honor, man. How you guys doing? I love you. Yeah. I just wanted to talk about that once. It got out once. That's it. On this transmission, then it's gone. Achoo, amaka, hachicha. I love you. What I should do is make my lives on some monthly program, like $1.95. No, serious. If I'm gonna be attacked, I have to do it, you know, pro bono. Is that what they call it? That's not what they call it. They call it. Never mind. I don't know. Achimwa kamakichi hotamaka. We got Valerian the Mac in the house. Thank you. Leo Murray, Aaron Anello. Maybe I should start at the beginning, or is it too far? Aho, na. Lishban. Welcome. Someone's saying naughty things. I don't know what that means. Just leave it, I guess. 5255222. What is that? Interesting. Valerian the Mac. 55 Portal, Holy Ones. Oh, you mean the date. You're right. I didn't think about it that way. Sherry McWilliams. Thank you, Holy Ones. Thank you for your kindness. We also got... Yeah, thank you. Spirit Warrior. That's right. Thavian Spirit Warrior. Anazi. Maybe it is Anazi. I don't know. They actually call it Anahazi. Are you dying? Did you mean to say, am I dying? No. Valerian is Anazi. Thank you for sharing your light, Harper's Angel. Tara in the house. Thank you, sister, for those loves. Love vibes. We want positive vibes. Navajo. Yes, Holy Ones. Kayani clan. Alright. High Tower clan. Ochiwa. We all got this Templar. We're representing. We're from the stars, man. Different stars. It's like Star Trek. We like to meet each other from other planets. We're socializing. Intergalactic combs. Represent your planet and your people and your Elohim or Seraphim or Braharama. Love and light. More messages held. Ninis, I don't know what that is. I'll let it go be. Galactic Federation. We're not Galactic Federation. Not me, sorry. Guardian Alliance. Son of Nurgo, getting lit. Welcome, brother. I ascended. No, that could be a possibility too, but hopefully not yet. I haven't finished my 1 million people yet. I have to, like, bring this knowledge about spiritual ascension to 1 million people. I said 100 million, but I'll start with 1 million. Oh, thank you for your kind words. Yeah, they like to be not so nice to Indigo children. You know, they can really get some men in black after you, man. You can get some black helicopters. I don't like to throw those keywords into my video. I'm just trying to teach spiritual ascension without being molested by somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, spiritually molested, I mean. High Tower is a divine clan. I don't know who, if you're not talking to me. I didn't say anything like that. Oh yeah, Rumble. Maybe Rumble's my answer, to do lives there. Well, they haven't been as, what do you call... Well, I'm not going to get into what happened. I'm just going to say that it's too fresh. It's too fresh to say anything. I'm not going to say nothing yet. No, there's no negativity. Get me? Don't worry. I don't think you're understanding. Yeah, my ears were ringing too, man. Scorpio. I'm Scorpio rising. Does that count for something? I am Neptune, baby. Oh, my connection says it's excellent right now. I'm sorry if you get cut out. Your face is tingling? Mystic Michelle, welcome. Thank you for the love, Holy One. Thank you. Tara, lower your resolution. It's Urian, not his. Oh, you're so kind. Thank you for the positive energy. Thank you so much. And the lights. And love, hearts. 5D, extraterrestrial aliens. Oneness with Source, man. That would be a good bumper sticker, Holmes. One with Source, I say. That's a good one, too. Sup. Leo Murray. Akachima. Another held for review. They don't like what you're saying. I'm not doing that. I don't know what's doing that. Someone's getting lit. Inky in the house. Draco vampires in the house. Somebody likes these dark ones. Excuse me. I am hogging the chat and bringing up. Inky may get you muted or banned. Been problems in the past. Chimakaya. I'm with you, brother. Shout the love. I'm fully connected with your frequency and feel your vibes. My entire body felt electrified. Wow, Mystic Michelle. Thank you. And goosebumps raised all over when you spoke so passionately fierce. See, you guys, there's going to be trolls. There's going to be negative people. And there's going to be kind people, friendly people, what I've been talking about. Being kind and friendly, not a troll, not being negative. Okay, you can be negative. Shimasu, thank you for sharing, Michelle. Fletcher Ankh Anunnaki Draconian Starseed Witch. I feel I am more Goldflame. Thank you for being here, Holy One. Goldflame. King Smurgle Gurgle Son, the Viking. Wow. That's a World of Warcraft, right? Reference. The feline form you talk about is actually leonine, big cats. Yeah, they're called, the original one, of course, is the Anuhazi. And out of the Anuhazi were other feline races like the leonines. And this is actually brings up a good point, because this is what the, you would say, the Ceres Egyptian, well, the ones who were the Syrian Anunnaki were the ones who built the pyramids and the Sphinx. And what is the Sphinx? It's a leonine. This is coming out of the Guardian information, that's what the Sphinx is, which was really built with the positive Syrian Council Anunnaki, who were actually helped with the Hebrews and also helped with the royal Ceres Egyptian, Sirius Blue, Holy Grail, because we had different Holy Grail in different periods. And while we have our Holy Grail, you have the negative Illuminati races. This is a spiritual war. We have normal, ordinary earth seeds. And then we have darkness and Holy Grail in the drama. They're the ones getting the positions of power. They're the ones getting the high levels of society. They're the ones in this warfare. You're part of this. Some of you and your families. You're coming born into this. You're incarnating, some of you, from Anunnaki temples. Does that make you bad? No. That's what the Guardians say about Law of One. We have free will to choose evil, darkness, negative. So they have their own beliefs, their own ways, their own religions, spiritual systems. Mostly realize it's literally described as being reverse. If you can take some physics and reverse the physics, you got a negative of opposing energy, not something attracting or pushing. So we have naturally magnetism, electricity, making electromagnetism. Well, it's a process of. It's not the only process. We don't just have fusion. We have fission, fusion. It is particle, antiparticle, particle, antiparticle. Okay, it's kind of like we're flashing off and on for very quickly. It's like omnipolar, because first it's separate, it's going off separate, but then they come together as one in the third and part of this fission fusion process. It's advanced mechanics, you would say, like planetary mechanics, kind of, sort of, but it's ultra micro particles, something that's pre-particles of what our scientists are finding, like smaller than that. They haven't gone far enough. So, but this is a spiritual science, sacred spiritual science. I thank you guys for being here. I love you. You're so kind. I really could use your prayers for this inner dispute. You could just say, between two guardians, what WTF? So your prayers would be welcome. That all of this dispute can be resolved peacefully. The dispute can be resolved peacefully. The dispute is resolved peacefully. There is love and understanding, cleansing away any misunderstanding, miscommunication. Water naturally, light naturally, crystals want to naturally. Okay, the original intention of God was to naturally be light and love. Where's light and love? This should have been avoided. I am open. I put my email address on my page of YouTube and in every single freaking video. Excuse my language or my tone. I put my contact here. Look, you have a problem with me? What's up? Just say it. Contact me. I'm friendly. Even if you're mean to me, I'm still going to be loving to you. I'm still going to be respecting and honoring you. You can hate. Some people are hate. Some people respect, at least, or some people more than that. Some people love. And you tell me this. I'm so grateful for you. And together we watch each other's back. We know this is a spiritual war. I'm not going to be immature and start spouting gossip. That's it. Machiwa. I am going to survive. Understand, I went through homelessness. I survived homelessness for 3 years. Almost 3 years. Literally. There was one point where I was living in my rented storage unit. It's on camera. Well, I removed a lot of stuff from my old channel, but it's available. Anyways, I survived. I can survive. I will survive. It doesn't matter. We're meant to come in. We're dropping in. We're doing our duty. It's a spiritual war. We have to get used to that. If you're going to make a difference, you're going to go against some friction. You're going to receive friction because you're going against the grain. You're meant to. You're meant to, help inside, behind enemy lines. You know who's in political powers? The spiritual enemies. The dark beings in other dimensions with their technologies and legions. They're controlling. So you're behind enemy lines. Here, if you're light, you have to deal with these forces. You have to know how. Okay? You come in here with your light and you stand in your light. You just stand in love, man. You stand in light. You're not wrong. You're right. You're with light. Well, nothing's wrong. I'm just saying you're not doing anything wrong when you're standing at light. I'm standing in light. I'm standing in light. I'm going to keep standing in light. The enemy will attack you. Stand in your lights. Love. Just love. Love. And these principles. There's two creeds. You're following one or the other. Or maybe a mixture of the two. Maybe you guys have half negative dark creeds and half good creeds. Check it out. Yes. This is out of order. Let me find it. Yeah, it's out of order. I didn't have time. Here it is. This is the dark creeds. This is what they use in their belief systems, in their religion or belief system. They're false creeds. These are negative things. Do you know? No, I'm asking a question. Don't you know this is negative? Fear is negative. Guilt. Having guilt is negative. Having judgment against another being. How can you judge anything if it's all one? But they don't believe that. They're against that. Okay, so you're judged. And there's special people. There's elite people. There's patriarch. And it's a boys' club, apparently. Because women are down somewhere, made out of the holy male, apparently from its rib. That's why women are here. That's what, according to these creeds, you're also just this sinful, inferior humans. You're meant to be, because you're sinful and inferior, you're meant to be subservient. You are meant to have gods, surrogate gods. You're meant to do worship blindly. Praise, worship, give energy, feed these beings. Also, you ask them, your ones that are following you, the ones that love you, you're asking them to sacrifice their own child or maybe something else important. Materialistic, and they exploit, no problems, the plants and animals. I mean, they even tell you how to eat, right? And what days to eat or not eat, whatever they want to say. So, all right, that's not trademarked by anybody, honey. Notice I do use all my own diagrams. Chimaka. Ah, yeah. I was getting closer. Amakaya. It's only 6:46. Wow, it's still early. We got King. Oh, we already said Snuggle. They hate being called cats. Well, that doesn't sound make any sense to me, because they're high-level beings. Why would they be offended by anything from 3D? It doesn't make sense. These are spiritually high-evolved beings. They don't care what you think of, how you think or say their name, or this is something from a low-level 3D perspective, it sounds like. Autocorrect. We are energy antennas. Yes, Holy One. Drink lots of water elementals. I get the reptilians over to the side of good. All the great time guys they are. A spiritual journey of the White Cherokee in the house. Welcome, Holy One. Thank you for being here. Gratitude for sharing, my friend. I'm enjoying your angle. Peace, one love, one light. Yes, one love, one light. Some of you acknowledge, some of you realize, some of you recognize unity. One one body, one spirit, one understanding, one consciousness, one love, one source, one God, at one mint, and capitalize one, at one mint, not atonement, at one mint. Change your perspective if you want to, your free will. Machiwa. I have psychic attack by light and dark forces while using light and dark forces sometimes in the flesh. Yeah, you got to understand you are going to experience what you think about, what you're interested in, what you're researching, what you're thinking about, or maybe even dreaming about. Okay, what kind of books you're reading, what kind of videos are you watching. These are spirit beings that are going to be attracted to you. You're developing a literal thought frequency to them. You're thinking. This is how powerful we are. We're so powerful, we create our own miseries on this planet. We have destruction and horrible things happening in this world because we allowed it with our primitive thoughts. We have no self-control of these thoughts. What's going on, really? We've been distorted. We've been manipulated. We've been disempowered. Shima, you haven't noticed? Because you don't remember. Your memory's also been taken. Dolores Cannon, I don't know much about her, honestly. I've seen her picture. I haven't watched her videos, and so I can't say anything about Dolores Cannon. I judge all of you to be beautiful and valuable, and I'm so grateful you are on the planet. You're so kind. That was very nice, very beautiful. Thank you, Adrian. You made Tho? You made Tho? 647. Can I talk more about Maharaji? They're like, hey, Courage. Welcome, Courage. They're from Sirius B, and they're actually highly advanced 48-strand beings who are actually ones that helped us be created. But first of all, this is kind of like a race of beings that are created originally. You have the security force. They really call it security force, like some races, part of these star leagues and things. I mean, Galactic Alliance. No, I said it right. It keeps confusing me. The Guardian. No, the Guardian Alliance. See, you just mentioned that word. Now I said it. The Guardian Alliance is a low level of this, but it's the one that we work with. At our level, we work at their level, but there's higher levels of the organizations of these ETs. You say ETs, extraterrestrials, but there's also metaterrestrials. There's ultra-terrestrials. You learn all about this if you guys sign up to this information. Ascension information. Real mechanics that you're learning here. This is part of what the main purpose of Christos Avatar. So, you guys, and I just want to say really quickly that if any of you, I thank you in advance for the small gift of $5 because you can make a difference in the spiritual ascension. And this is really what you call a Stargate opening cycle. So this is why I want to get this information to as many people as possible, and you guys can help do that. If you like this information, you want to stand behind it, this is one way to help me out. And it's when I do become monetized, as you can see, I'm not monetized yet. Eventually, I'll put the super chats online, so you can expect the super chat and the super stickers. That means you can do tips online while I'm talking to you. So, and someone asked me a question in message, I think, do I do one-on-one sessions? I've never done that. Maybe I'll start thinking about that, okay? Right now, I'm just trying to get data out, information and videos out, and structure my website and have this content for you. Regular, every day, almost every day, just regular activity. I'm gonna be here for a long time. No matter if I come under fire, I'm not giving up. I am a warrior. I am a light warrior. It's in my energy. It's in my. I'm ready, man. I'm ready to. I'm just here. Let's do this. We're not here to be play video. Well, not just get lost in the 3D. Not just be stuck in watching TV all the time, playing video games all the time, doing whatever all the time. There's more to world, man. There's more to life. The purpose of life. There's more to the purpose of life than to waste it in this when there's such important things going on in the planetary field, in the human history right now. And you're just sitting back. You're just sitting back. You're just sitting back in your devices, listening to or looking at a show. This is it. This is reality. Wow. But no, there's more to reality. There's much more. Did you know you can go out of your body? You can travel into stargates and go to other dimensions, other densities. You can go into the unknown. Go check out the planet. Go look at those aliens. Go to the other dimension. You can do it. You will do it if you focus. Are you serious? Have you put intention? Did you say, I want to learn spiritual ascension. I am ascending. I am going to ascend. How do you ascend? What do I need to know how to ascend? You learn right here on Christos Avatar. You're learning the history. You're learning the structures. Some of these are like technical, but you're learning, understanding this stuff. Whoa, you're learning multidimensional physics and all the beings and aliens and extraterrestrial and guardians and what is fallen beings, what are dark beings, dark avatars. And there's not angel and demon like you think from a Bible perspective, but more of a race, a type of race. This is a different type of blue flame angels, part of angelic beings, celestial beings from a certain level of dimensions. These are beings who are wings. Some of them, not all of them, have wings, just because it's part of genetics. And there's different families and tribes, different kinds of angels. Like you asked about the Maharaji. Well, the Maharaji are in density 2, but they have 48 strands. They're like a super race, you could say. Like, because their DNA, because of what their potential DNA is. They are what you call Indigo children. They're part of what that Indigo program is. Understand? Indigo, blue. They're from that level, blue. Remember, density 2 is what? 4th dimension, 5th dimension, and 6th dimension, 3rd eye, throat, heart. You're living in the heart, the throat, and the 3rd eye when you go to density 2. That is your reality field. This is where the Maharaji coming from. They're part of our lineage. They're part of, you would say, mixed. You could say the Orifim are sort of higher than them because they helped create the Maharaji. So they're a type of Orifim. It's the Maharaji that helped to create us through the mixture of Orifim and Maharaji. So Maharaji Orifim creating human. That's why we're part Orifim. I mean, they're cool to talk about the Maharaji, but the Orifim are greater beings. They're the ones that created the Maharaji. But there's this, but I have to say, the Maharaji have high genetic codes, and they're existing in density 2. Just because they have this DNA doesn't mean they have to exist in the higher levels. Obviously, they're not activating all their chakra. They would ascend at a certain level. You would leave and go to the higher fields. So they're higher beings who are more responsible for the more dangerous, more important things. Anyways, we're partially created by the Maharaji, but you could also say at a higher level they're a priesthood. They're actually a priesthood, and they're you could say you get this word magi, which is representative of magician, from Maharaji. You look at the word, spell it out. It's at J-I or G-I, at the end. Magi. It's magi, magician, beings who understand these mechanic Templar, and you are in a spiritual war. You know there's dark Illuminati while trying to attack the law of one information in whatever history period that you're not really known about. Okay, in this history period, they're always trying to attack the Christos. That's why it's called anti-Christos. When they're against it, the opposite of it, opposing light. That's what these beings do. That's what they want to do. You want to call yourself some friendly, dark avatar? You realize if you're part of the dark ones, you're into Luciferianism. You're into this really dark stuff, man. I mean, you got to think of psychotic beings that these are. They must be totally insane, totally crazy, totally bloodthirsty, or just at the higher levels. The higher you go, the more crazy, the more lunatical, the more satanic, the more dark, the more, it's just this hatred and anger, and it's just more. Because they're expanding in their level. To expand in darkness, you have to be more angry, you have to be more hateful, you have to be more evil, dark. So, that's your choice. Realize that path has consequence, it has karma. Maybe you not experience that karma now, but surely you're going to experience it. Just like you're experiencing this living, breathing time period, you're going to experience what you imposed on other beings. It is part of Source God's creation hologram. Apparently you're learning lessons being in the hologram. You're learning lessons that when you're evil, your soul is diminished. Your energy is diminished. Your consciousness is diminished. Your memory, your identity is diminished in your next life. When you die, now you're going to be a lower form. You were against life. You took life. You hated life. You were against positive beings, friendly beings. You were negative. You were just destructive. You were chaos. This is your rhyme. This is your reason. This is your definition. This is what you think about. You love watching horror films. You love darkness. You love anything that's controlling or manipulating. I showed you the false creeds. They use guilt. They use hate, obviously. They use trickery, manipulation, control systems, authority systems, elite systems. Does this speak truth to any of you? Machiwa, Makaya, Amasia, Okaya. I don't need other spiritual teachers to agree with me. I don't need others to say, he's, they can say whatever. Go ahead and say whatever. I'm gonna keep streaming light and love, baby. It's gonna just a blob of love and light. It's like a couple little hordes just came into a whole, what do they call it? You have groups, dungeons, but then you have raids. This is a few horde just landed into a raid of alliance. And we're love and light, but we're guardians, and we're guarding against evil. Darkness, or you can call them dark avatars, because they're dark avatars. You don't say demons and angels like you're saying. No, it's we call them fallen angelics Not for the same reason you say fallen angelic. We say fallen literally in energy, in consciousness, and form. Plus you got to understand, these beings have different DNA than an indigo. They have different races. Okay? Like our friend here said, he's part of the gold flame. That is different races, literally. You're part of a different matrix. You're going to be born into that matrix. Part human, part draconian. Part human, part Anunnaki. Remember, even the Anunnaki are blue flame. The draconians are gold flame. You don't hear much I can't say. You don't hear much in that other information about this, Anunnaki. I mean, about any like negative beings, from the violet flame. You don't see any information coming out about except that she did make reference to there being an actual positive brotherhood, great white brotherhood, that there's an actual real great brotherhood, and it's kind of like one of those false flag things. They do something negative with the fake great white brotherhood information, sacred texts, fake violet flame, fake Saint Germain information. So you're getting into the negative Templar, the reverse Templar, the anti-Christos Templar. Okay, it all sounds beautiful. They're talking about this beautiful, great violet flame. It's so great. Okay, you don't understand the principles they teach and the actual energy mechanics are going to be on a reverse matrix. They do this. That's one of many parts of their warfare. They will also use energy weapons. They will also use psychic warfare. They will attack you. They will use magic, dark magic against you. These beings are all out war on us. Wow. Was that my camera? Let me switch the camera battery, which is charged right here. It gives me about 9 seconds. Got this one coming out, this one coming in, this one closing. Yeah, baby. This always happens once. Sorry. Now we're coming back online. Thank you for your patience, holy ones. You're so lovely. I love you guys. Grace. Majesty. That's what a 12th dimensional being is. Man, you're glorious. It's in your junk. Your DNA is in fragments, in what the scientists call junk. It's not junk. It's a treasure. It's the keys to the kingdom, to this Templar. And with your activated Templar, you can engage, experience, interact with the planet's Templar, which are stargates. And quite frankly, these are personal stargates. You have this macrocosm of represented right in our planet, her macrocosm, her chakras. And you call them stargates. And what is it really? I mean, come on, what is a chakra? It's a Merkaba. What is it? It's a vortex. It's a gateway, a doorway to a specific dimensional level of energy, of consciousness. So it wants to take you, it wants to bring you, project you. Remember, we're on a hologram. They want to project you to you're going to go through the Stargate. You have the DNA, you have the chakra, the DNA. You have the DNA, you have the chakra. So that's why they say activate your chakra, so you have the DNA. So you have the keys to the kingdom to go to ascend. We're trying to ascend. This is about ascension. I'm teaching you ascension. Actual techniques and concepts of how to do it. It's a manual, it's a process, it's a understanding, it's a seeing, It's a practicing, it's a believing, doing, realizing. You will learn the spiritual science. There is science involved. You have techniques to actually, it's scalar power. We're using our consciousness. Remember that spirit part of you can't grab and hug. You want to hug your consciousness, but it's, whoa. You know, that part of you is you. That is what your identity, that is your being. When I say this word being, does that make sense to you? This is your being. This is exactly what you are. Not this. It's this being inside of here. This dies or is destroyed. That being is not. It just didn't get destroyed. It didn't get aged. It didn't get, anything. There's nothing wrong with this energy. This is immortal energy. This is outside of manifest energy. This is consciousness. Goes all the way up matter form in biology and ascended mastery, beyond the planet, beyond the galaxy. You exist beyond the cosmos, right up on there to source God. Machiwa. I'm so happy you're here. Some of you know, some of you feel this light. You understand this is truth and that we are representing the Guardian Alliance. Amachi, I feel it, you feel it. There's testimony here. Just look at some of my videos. Look what's coming out of my mouth. Look what I'm doing with my life. I love you guys. I am fierce, and no matter what happens, I am gonna be here, shining brilliantly. Beyond being homeless, bring it on. I've been through it. I survived it. I am gonna go through actually abundance. I'm gonna go through this wachiwa. Amakaya. Our body is in our spirit. Good way to say it. I'm in North Carolina. We're in the same time zone. Yeehaw! London, Ontario, Canada. Another Canadian. We got Angel Wolf. I don't know if Angel Wolf's still here, but he's from Canada. Yeah, that's a good idea. Imagine the following growing exponentially, and it will. I am honest and frank with you guys. I can kick back and relax and smoke with you guys. I even said it recently. Hey, I don't represent the same image as her. I don't. Look, I'm separate. I respect and love. I am not representing. I am this. I am brother. I'm your brother, holy ones. You're my sister. You're my brother. We're standing in love and light. And whatever happens, that's what happens. I'm gonna keep on. I mean, if I have to, I'll just make a bunch of videos about starseeds and lyrans and Anunnaki and Sirens and all that stuff. And I'll still teach Ascension. You're gonna learn Ascension. We're all gonna go towards, most of us, that's the purpose of a spiritual journey. There's an ultimate purpose. And that is to actually take your being and, hey, you're ready for the next level. And according to the physics of these reality fields and the physics of Ascension, the mechanics of Ascension, you're gonna die because you have to, because you're not immortal anymore. You used to be. You're not immortal anymore, so you have to go through a death, ascend process. You have to die first. Okay, so you're gonna die, and then you'll go to literally The second dimension, which of Earth, her planetary body, the second dimensional level, the core. You're going to the core of the planet, and then that's where you're going to access the what we talk about in my videos here, the Ark of the Covenant portal passageway. You're going to go from, you're going to die, go to second, 2D, go through the Ark of the Covenant, go through the blue flame, go into the Tara. Now, if you only have 4.5, not 5, that you need to get to Tara. If you don't have 5 strands, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5. 5, 4. Because if you're indigo, you still have to activate your 4th strand. But you have the 5th strand. You want them all lit up, okay? Anyways, there's conflict. There is sometimes sorrow. There is sometimes disappointment. But you have to be strong. Be strong, Holy Grail. Be strong. And we're going to unite and be together. Some of you have sent me, you've helped me. Some of you are helping me. Thank you. If any time, this is when I really need it, because this is like, this is legit. My channel is legit, and if I'm under attack, if I lose it someday or whatever, your brother Davian's gonna be really hurting. So that's why I'm gonna probably start putting all my information on a different website, so I can start listing that site, or not site. I'm not talking about site. I'm talking about video channel, another video channel besides YouTube. I'll have to find the appropriate one. Let me find one that I want to use, and then I'll start promoting that. I don't want to use Twitter. I don't want to use... I have a channel there already if I want to use it, but I don't want to promote Twitter or these other companies. I didn't even really want to use Facebook, but it does get some traffic from Facebook, so it's definitely worth it. And actually, for some reason, if you have Facebook posts linking to your YouTube channel, it helps your YouTube channel. So it's actually kind of important to have Facebook. So I am having Facebook. For the most part, I like the Facebook because it's not giving me problems. It's not. I know it would and could if I was political, but I'm not political. I stay away from that stuff. Look at the love. Thank you for those hearts, man. That took time. Unless you're one of those people who can go, I can't do that, sorry. Like a woodpecker, right? Have you guys heard of woodpecker? If you ever spend time in Arizona, you might hear a woodpecker. How can this bird sound so freaking loud hitting a tree with his beak? Or your house? And he just, no problem. This is what I do. I'm a woodpecker. What the hell? Did you hear that? What the hell was that? Whoa, you feel the vibration? It's a bird, man. What? Man, in Arizona, you see roadrunners. They're like freaky, alien looking. What? Oh, they're cool. They're like this. Not exactly like the cartoon, but they walk funny, or they walk strangely. Check out, look at some videos of roadrunners. It's from Arizona, man, mostly. I see, it's one of those Arizonan animals. So we get lots of coyotes. Ow! They're all howling at the same time, and you swear there's some of them right there. It's nighttime, they're howling, and you can hear one of the howlings are coming from close to your house, and you're like, wow, they're close, they're outside. They're coming for our chickens. I don't have chickens, but some people do. So they're hungry. I was walking, to a friend's house, and I saw this lynx. I guess it was a lynx or a bobcat. It was like, whoa, just chilling. It was just walking. He sees a human, 5'8", doesn't care. He's just walking like he owns the yard. Hello, you're in my yard. He was actually going between the borders. He was okay. But what? You're not afraid of me? I don't want you to be, Holy One, but you're cool looking. I don't see this every day. Hi, wow. He's just walking. He's not running or even looking back. He's just... I don't know if he had that face. I didn't see his face. He was kind of like, but he was just like, man, you see a magnificent animal. You have a reaction. You know it's not every day. And if it's kind of like a shamanic point of view, that's the message from spirit. Most likely a representative of what that race is. What is what is a wasp? What is a hummingbird? I get these hummingbirds coming to my window. Like right here's my window, a big square window, and I'll see one come and hover next to me. That is an example of synchrony of one of your spirit guides. It's one of my spirit guides, a hummingbird. And I go to my relative's house, I see hummingbirds. She has a feeder right there. So they're literally like maybe 4 or 5 feet. Maybe 5 feet away. Just sitting there taking their drinks and looking and oh my gosh. These little beautiful, beautiful tiny birds are so beautiful. So they've been showing me, I've been seeing them. Thank you, Holy Ones. Some of you have your own connections. This represents a species, a higher race, literally. We're all consciousness. We're all beings. Every place is thriving with life. Life is everywhere. All stars, all planets, moons, there's life. Everything is live. Everything is made of consciousness. All the way from the most smallest particles that exist. I mean, just imagine, even if you don't know what it is, there surely is the most smallest particle in the hologram. What is it? It's a particle unit. According to the Guardians, according to this work, the innerchristos, this is the particle, the smallest unit that all the other units, things, are made of. So if all of those are individual or just, it's all consciousness, that means everything that these particles, ultra particles, are made of are consciousness. If the medium itself is made of life and consciousness, then all the things that was created out of consciousness is consciousness. So that's how you are God, because God's consciousness thought up, projected some ideas of ascended masters. Ascended masters are on a different level from the source God. They're down here. And these beings down here created beings down here. In these levels of reality. It's still God, but distorted God in a hologram field of consciousness. Yeah. And then you got more distortions. All the way down, starting from here, going down, 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 down. The farther you go down from Source God, the more harder, the more dense, the more heavier you're created. Now you go the opposite way. You ascend, you evolve into other reality fields. Well, now you're becoming less dense. You're softer. You're less physical. You're less matter, literally, scientifically. So you're going to evolve higher and become less matter, dense, softness, whatever. This is more not the correct word. It's more like wow, I can put my hand through your body. Well, yeah, there's no body. I am an etheric being. I imagine my body. So it's different. And you think they're speaking English? Are they even speaking anymore by that time? You don't have bodies, you don't have mouths, you don't have gender parts. They can appear as a being with gender parts, or a body with something, or they can appear as a shape of a sphere. It's etheric form, consciousness, pure consciousness. Like the Ascended Masters have no bodies, they have no light. Light doesn't exist at the cosmic level. It exists in the unified, the universal levels. It's part of the templates, the Templar, the Universal Templar. You're learning all of this. We're learning it from the bottom up, from the ultra microparticles all the way to the next. See. This is God. This is consciousness. It's all one. You are this. 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 It is not blasphemy to say I am God. I am free. I am sovereign. Not necessarily in that order. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. Know that. Say it 3 times. I'm God, I am sovereign, I am free. It's Trinity. Understand universal Trinity, cosmic Trinity. There is 3s that are pretty important. And understand you get a few of those that equals 12. There's 12 tribes of consciousness. You are part of the 12 tribe. You have something called a soul projecting itself into 12. On Earth, we, from this carbon matter experience, we're just one of 12. Wow. So this is just one, a life of many? Doesn't that make me lesser? Like this life, me, I'm just part? You guys realize you're all not one. It's not. And remember, we're trying to say when God does this, it's all part of God. It's all, there is no difference in intrinsic value because it's all God. If you're some janitor, if you're some archangel, if you're some frog, you're all God. That frog is no less God than the archangel because it all came from the same source, God. So we can find equality. We can find and recognize each other as faces of God. We can treat each other as other aspects of God. We can love each other, okay, unconditionally, like the eternal love of God, because we are one with this being that has no gender, doesn't have the body parts, doesn't have gender parts. No more at those higher levels. Expand your ideas of reality and consciousness in God. These are weird, or they seem like complex topics, philosophy. It's not so exact as science. But you realize it's actually both. It's spirit and science. It is vision, sound, and measurement. It is the whole. It exists inside God. It's part of the all. Math and spirit. Good and bad. Anunnaki and Holy Grail. We're all even that creature that stung you or bite you, or that person that betrayed you or hated you. You know, it doesn't matter because they're all God too. You get in an argument with someone you care about or don't care about, you are arguing with yourself because that person is God. Your enemy, you're calling, oh, that's my enemy. Well, that enemy is also God, and you're hating on you're hating on yourself. Why? You're God, I'm God, we're all God. You can't say it's blasphemy because you're God too, I'm God too. You're not a chosen one. No, we're all chosen because there is no chosen because we're all one. It never changed. We're always all one. I'm going to have fragments. Those souls had fragments. You know, those oversouls had fragments. Okay? It is God coming smaller. You find yourself in the smaller fields. Well, your understanding of God is the smaller. Yeah, you have to expand it to know more, to realize more, to understand more. So there is incentive. You have incentive to go on a spiritual path and act different and be different. You want to go through an energetic alchemy, spiritual alchemy. Like you're making a literal change in your thoughts, in your actions of how you treat others. It seems like most of your spiritual lessons are going to involve your interaction with others. If you're just a spiritual hermit, you're not engaging socially, you're not growing very fast. You could be in the middle of nowhere, tending to your animals and living in nature and being alone. Holy One, you can. Or you can get engaged and spiritually grow and help others spiritually grow. You can live a thriving life, an exciting life, and a fulfilling life amongst your fellow beings, fellow earth seeds, not trying to escape them, be separate from them. It's not about separation, is it? You don't like to be around people, you don't like people, they give you anxiety or whatever. I could say I understand, but realize whatever is giving you anxiety, that's the first issue you have to take care of. Then refresh. You take care of anxiety, what's causing you anxiety, besides being around people. There's a reason, a spiritual reason, a energy reason, a chakra reason. So you're going to learn how to heal that. And now refresh, now say, okay, now that's not my excuse. That's not my reason. I am now. Chica Masi. I love you guys. Thank you for being here on my live. This is going to be online for 36 hours about. So I'm glad you were here. And for those who watch in the next couple of days, thank you for liking the video. Thank you for subscribing. You're telling the YouTube AI that this video is important because it is. It's based off of you, not even me. They don't care. They care about what you think. So show them. Sita iwa hoka mache. Yes, you can drink it to kill the flu and intestinal parasites. Deer root Alsha 2. Wow. Adrian's laughing her head off about something. We are reawakening. Sage actually has antibacterial properties. Yeah, it's, what do you call, it's probably one of the most popular things for cleansing because frankincense resins, you have to have charcoal and you have to burn it outside because of the smoke probably. I've seen people just smudge inside their house without setting off the fire alarm. I've set off the fire alarm with resin, incense. So, and if you have those, you know, fire extinguishers or fire, whatever, fire, water, faucets, sprinkler systems, fire sprinkler systems. If you have those, man, everything's gonna be wet. All your camera equipment. And Sita Yumokaya. I always do it. I always check. Is there a fire detector? Okay, nope. Let's burn some incense. No, oh, there is? Okay, I'm not burning incense. One day I will have a normal situation and I will be able to have an outdoor setting. You won't always see this, even though I don't think it's bad. It's maybe have some variety, right? Go back to a green screen, maybe. I thank you for being here, Holy Ones. I'm not gonna let anything get me down. Don't worry about me. I'm just gonna be strong. I'm gonna be strong because there is no choice except to be strong and stand in my light and my integrity. This is my integrity. This channel, Christos Avatar, is of integrity, of light, of truth. You guys come to the real deal. We don't mess around. We're gonna talk about some things that are uncomfortable. At first, you're gonna not like me. Maybe if I'm talking about your archangel, or if you're a Christian, if you don't like me talking about certain things, I understand you. I appreciate you. I love you. We're not against your beliefs. We actually talk about the origins of Jesus and his teachings in a different point of view. Not like we're trying to be against it. We're trying to offer the alternative view, and that is of as an Indigo child, he was part of this consciousness, this family line that came through, and originally it's coming from the Solomon line and Bathsheba, or the one of Egyptian Ceres. You can call her Egyptian Ceres, and out of this line between Solomon and this Egyptian Ceres came Jesus, came the Essenes. Jesus is an Essene. Essene is a race of Holy Grail. In that period of time, we have different periods of time before and after Jesus, who was Jeshua Sananda Melchizedek from density 4. He's from density 4. He's a Christed avatar. All Earth seeds are being created towards being a Christed avatar. We are meant to be 12 strands. These dark beings, these fallen angelic beings, these Anunnaki, Anu, Elohim, okay, these reptilians, insectoids, and Greys, Zeta Reticuli, these dark ones, these Omicron Draconians, dragons, okay, these Odedicrons, reptilians, not friendly, not good, not kind. These are beings, oh wow. They're trying to bring their ET histories and ET spiritual systems here. You are worshipping Nibirian races. You're worshipping the dark religions of Anunnaki, Nibirian Anunnakis. They're not far, right? So they have have an advantage, but we do have Draconians here too. Just think of them as two gangsters on the block. They're gonna both pick on us, try to harm us, whatever, take over us, while sometimes getting along and sometimes competing. And they have competed and they have taken each other over a few times throughout our history. We're going to be talking about some of that history here on Christos Avatar. We're going to be talking about all the way from 50,000 years back, or for, as far as when it's called the Atlantean Conspiracy. That's when Atlantis was happening. We go through Lemuria, we go through Atlantis. That's part of our human history. We have a whole history there. You have philosophers talking about it. It exists. It was real. We talk about the different sinkings, the different floods. We talk about the history from our dimension, but also density 2 history, where this all started. how we fell to begin with as a species, as a race. We became de-evolved, convoluted, literally, not just spiritually. We literally fell, which involved, the cataclysm of Tara, future version of Earth, the higher ascended version of Earth. Tara, part of her fields, the destruction actually was so great that it created part of her fields to be fragmented, which fell into the gravity of a sun, which happened to be the Alcyon, Pleiades, Alcyon, and this is part of our sun, we think is the sun. But the pieces of our planets and our solar system are actually pieces of the fragments. It sounds like some fairy tale. It sounds some science fiction movie. It sounds like fragments of a planet breaking off into a lower density dimension. But this is exactly what's happened. You take particles and you lower the speed, they're following in vibration. You lower speed. You're lowering reality into a densified state. It's going less frequency, less density. These turn into the planets of our world. One of them is Earth. We have the sphere of Amente, but they have their spheres, not called Amente, something else. Their portion of Tara. We're literally part of the planet of Tara. We're literally the species that lived on Tara. We're the ones that fell from Tara. We're in density 1, we fell to density 1, we're trying to get back to density 2. This is what this whole human, angelic human experience is about. And it's happening in different time periods. It happened from our perspective in the ancient past, and it's continuing into our super future. Because we already know the names of the races that come after us. This guardian material tells us, the Mahabharata, the innerchristos tells us that there's going to be a race called the Muvarians after us. So we're going to ascend, we're going to go through our ascension. Some humans aren't. Some humans are going to what we call the phantom Earth. There's a version of Earth that is the fallen version, the space-time pit, it's called. The Phantom Matrix. It's physics. It has to do with physics. It fell from energy. When Earth ascends, something is left. What is left falls in vibration into the phantom. Every time there's falling systems, falling beings, falling consciousness, it goes into the phantom. Now these ET races are coming out of the phantom. What religions might call hell, the pit. Okay, so this is an energy matrix that is fallen. It is part of the non-ascended, the descended versions of spirit, of energy, of consciousness. It's going to go through the cycles. It's a cycle, man. It's literally measured in mathematically. You can calculate exactly when it starts, when it ends. We know how this cycle goes and what's going to happen along the way. You know that there's going to be the Muvarians, and then another race called the Unchechi, and then we're going to be a complete Templar. We're going to be a 12-strand activated personal, it's called the Christos, a Christ consciousness, united unity consciousness. All of it is coming together, dude. It might take like millions, literally years. We're in the process. It literally started 25 million years ago in Gaia. Now, I go through all the details in my Angelic Human Race video. Check it out. It is 3 hours long, but do it in sections. It's bookmarks. You can do the bookmarks as you go. But realize we talk about the whole history from Tara and the falling part, when we fall, and then how consciousness is totally convoluted now. We got beings who have lost their body. They don't have a body. They're disembodied consciousness, who are stuck in the holographic fields of dimension 1, dimension 2, and we're trying to get these beings back into incarnation, into bodies, and then to ascend and back to where you fell from. It's all energy and consciousness. That's a science, man. You can I give you these diagrams. I create my own ideas, like this diagram. Check it out, man. This isn't copyright. I made it. Okay? You want to shut up and quiet your indigo children. Brilliant. This is, wait, let me find it. Here it is. This is my diagram about the 12 tribes. Okay? And we're made up, and we're our souls, if you want to call it a soul, is stored in the sphere. Because we're not from Earth, man. You die here, your soul has to go somewhere temporarily. Well, that mechanism is something related to the Ark of the Covenant and you being projected to the Andromeda Galaxy through this technology of Ark of the Covenant and the Sphere of Amente, the blue flame. We are being projected outside of this galaxy. When you die, you go to Earth, you go to the 2D and of Earth, and you'll be projected through the Ark of the Covenant to the Sphere of Amente, to Tara. And this is Tara. So you're getting stargates, Ascension stargates, to Tara. This is my contribution. She did not make this diagram, I did. Everything was done on Adobe Illustrator. This is me trying to contribute to my understanding of what these earth seeds, and the purple ones are the star seeds, and the periods of time, the colors of their energy or time period, the dimension, the stargate, the portals that are inside the sphere of Amente. Remember, we have the sphere of Amente for Earth. All these other planets are going to have different spheres, different processes, different time periods and all that. There's beings on Venus. There's beings on Saturn. There's different beings on different planets. So we use portals in Ascension. You're in the sphere. You go into the incarnation. You find yourself a mommy and a daddy, and you go into one of these periods. So you're incarnating in Lemuria now. Way, way long time ago. You're incarnating also way up in the future. Look at this future. You're also incarnating here, now. Here, in all these periods of time. All these periods of time. All these periods of time. You are coming alive, Holy Grail, Holy Ones, and all of these histories, all of these times, we're coming in, all these dimensions, dimension 2, dimension 3, dimension 4, dimension 5, dimension 6. Oh, we're all coming in, different times. You're not limited to time. The Illuminati are not limited to time. Maybe some of you are limited to time. You're stuck down here. You're stuck in your solar plexus, your sacral. You don't see higher spiritual worlds in density 4, dimension 4. You don't see higher spiritual beings in dimension 5. You have no interest, no awareness, no perception of dimension 6. Oh, you're indigo, you do. You're indigo, you have this awareness. You have these chakras activated. You're beyond Earth system in the 4th, the 5th, the 6th dimension. You have these minds, astral, archetype, and angelic, and beyond. Okay? We're not going to play this game anymore. We're not going to accept false creeds. I got to find it. We're not going to accept this. We call BS. This is not our creeds. This is a lie. This is a hoax. This is darkness, man. Imposing. You're in a slavery system. If this is what your God is, what your belief is. There's an alternative. There's different. different consciousness, different creed. This is how you treat people. This is how you think. This is how you conversate. You have respect. You have gratitude, grace, honor, mindfulness. You don't see fear here. You don't see gods demanding worship here. You don't see sacrifice here. No, holy ones. This is my most, you would say, most important message. I will let you go, I guess. This is, let me check. Let me double check. Sorry. Must be Uniceti. I would like to say hello. Danny Lee in the house. I finally made it to a live. Welcome, Holy One. I have been watching your videos from oldest to newest, trying to catch up. Thank you, Danny, for sharing. I appreciate you for sharing this knowledge. I thank you very much. That means a lot. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I do this for you guys. Any of you guys have or used to have a Messiah complexes? Yeah, if you're born into one of these religions, this guy, well, you could say he's done good or bad. He talks about the lizard people. David Icke. Okay. Anyways, remember in his very early days, he had a Messiah complex. Just to answer your question. He was really humiliated when he went that route. But you can understand that when it's never happened to you before, there's no reference to it, and you start receiving communications inside your head, you don't realize it's telepathy, you don't realize it's some form of some higher being interacting with you. Well, you're going to think you are receiving because you're part of some special group. That's the whole point. These beings make you feel you're part of a chosen group. You are the chosen one. Understand that the chosen ones are expendable. They become expended. That's what happens to you, will happen to you. Oh, you may repopulate the earth, but you're going to be wiped out. So, the chosen ones think they're part of some winning side or something. You're not. They use telepathy. They use channeling to get you to feel special. To feel part of the brotherhood. Oh, we helped create you, so follow us. We know better. They're trying to say since they created us, which is not true, understand? That they can tell you what's better and what to believe in because they're more advanced and knowledgeable. There are space brothers trying to help us out. No, honey, they're not. No, they're doing the opposite. It's pretty and it looks cool, it looks legit, it looks like, the flower of life. It sounds great. No. Look up the flower, Drumvalo, the flower of death. Look that up. Instead of typing Drumvalo Melchizedek, flower of life, look up Drumvalo Melchizedek, flower of death. So some people think in this channeling movement, they're doing something good when they're actually chosen ones. They're actually the arrogant ones, the prideful ones. Honey, you come in here with the Indigo child. You saying you are complex? I'm Indigo. You're not. I'm your teacher. I know better than you. No, this person doesn't understand, realize. You most likely, more than likely, you are more knowledgeable than they are. You call BS to such people. You know they're BS. You recognize it. You're indigo. You know law of one. This is what you represent to the core. You know when something is against the law of one. You feel it. You call bullshit. You sense it. You smell it. It's bullshit. It smells like it. It probably, no, it is. Yeah. I didn't mean to cuss, sorry, but you know, sometimes you have to be, well, not explicit, I mean, you have to be, like, colorful to get across the screen, the people who go like this, you know. That's is why I like to center on YouTube, because you guys don't care much about is this. People are only staying on for a few seconds and swiping it. Well, maybe 2 seconds. If they're really good at swiping, they might do it within half a second. They might just, no naked girls, no sexy booties, okay. No pretty girl, no vulgar stuff, no strange stuff. Only bizarre, weird, dark, funny, humorous entertainment. Nothing like, wow. Like, kind of like important. Just a bunch of fluff and nonsensical 7-second videos, 12. Man, what are we gonna do there? We're gonna just participate in wasting our time. That's what we're gonna do. So of course I want to be on YouTube, but if it doesn't go there, I'm not gonna focus on TikTok. I tried. Look at their audience. Look what they do. Look how that platform. I already had experience of censorship on TikTok. So I'm not going to invest my egg and put my energy into something that could just be flim-flammed, taken off at their discretion, just because they don't want you to talk about that. That's what they'll do. They slap you. They slap you. They slap you and say, "Oh, you can't. You're not deleted, but you can't speak until August." So, guess what? I will be teaching Ascension somewhere else. I will still be reaching that consciousness. Yeah, come on. I love you. Some of you are cool. That'd be nice to hang out with people like you. And it's possible. We will have a cool... we will have our own temple. You know, it will be more like a retreat. But still, you know, have the flavor of Guardian Alliance. You know, we're going to be into the Starseeds and the people who are part of this heritage. Some of us need to collaborate, come together. And what better way than to have like a spiritual retreat? Kind of like, definitely I imagine there being a pyramid. Because I've done a lot of pyramid research, and a lot of it is basically inside of a pyramid shape. Just the shape of a pyramid structure creates a vortex of energy. So the ancients knew this. So there's people coming out with interesting, you would say, research on pyramid structures. And I want my spiritual retreat to have one of these pyramid structures. You can learn exactly how to build them, what degrees to do your angle to get the greatest effects. And understand that I think if you're somewhere in the middle of the pyramid, the better. If you just sit on the ground of a pyramid, it's not optimal because of how the energy moves inside the pyramid. It's flowing in there. It's a literal space of power. There's lots and lots and lots of research behind it. You can easily check it. Just like there was lots of research behind the scientist who was, through frequency, he was able to like take away clouds and probably reverse that, make clouds. So a device that would shoot, like weather control. Well, it was called the Rife machine, and the Rife, this scientist, well, he was learning how to cure diseases through zapping out the negative disease, taking out the negative energies in a body form, to pass this device to take out the negative cells, like negative cancer cells, negative, it could be just anything negative, like a thought form. It was very controversial, and the Illuminati just buried him, right? So you want to come with free energy, free thinking, free technology, like you're able to generate something that advances humanity. You're snuffed out. You're quieted. You're made a joke. You're accused of making an offense. Like you're got now you all have one record. No, gee, I'm like distraught because now I have one strike. Thank you guys for being here, Holy Ones. You're awesome. I'm glad you're here. And notice you're here again. Something brought you here before, and something brought you here now. And I'm just so glad you are. My chihuahua. So, please come again. Check out my videos. I have a lot of them now. Share. Can you please like? It takes a little bit of effort. Thumbs up, Holy Ones. Yeah. Thumbs up, and I usually have links to other future videos, but since this is live, you won't see that right away. But you can check out some of my other videos. It's educational. We're talking about the Unici and the Ascended Masters and the dimensions, the densities, the hologram, the solar Rishi, the blue flame, gold flame, violet flame. We're going to learn about the cat people, the felines, The Anuhasi are the first race to ever be created. They're blue cats. They don't care if you call them cats or felines because they're density 4 beings. And they're also their sister race called the Anu, Anyu. They were part cat, part feline, or aquatic ape, but they were the Anu. And so there's 2 cat races, and then there was the gold flame, and they created the mantids called Athean, and the bird people called Ceres, and there's also the reptiles and dinosaurs, all and insectoids, all from the gold flame. And then there's the violet flame. Really, it's called pale magenta, but people are going to keep calling it the violet flame, which is actually only the crown chakra. That's what real violet is. If we're going to talk about the real 15th dimension, it's actually pale magenta. So check it out, you guys. They're going to create dolphins and aquatic apes and whales and Pegasus, literal Pegasus and deer. You have a spirit guide of a deer. Well, you're violet flame. You have some connection to, these races of beings. Well, there's a reason for it. The whale people are called Inuit. So, did I say that right? The Innu. So, you have a race called the Inuit. Well, you have Eskimo, Holy Grail. You have Native American, Holy Grail. You have Indigo, or Incan. You have Mayan. You have Aztec, which is not very friendly. Aztec was pretty dark. They had what? Serpent gods. Oh, you know what are serpents? You know what are reptiles now? You know what are these gods really? They want to keep giving you gods. God's not outside here. God doesn't have junk. He doesn't have female parts or male parts. That's low level ETs. If your God has junk, it's low level. If your God has gender, it's low level, honey. You don't have bodies anymore. You don't have gender. At that level, you will be androgynous. I am male. I am female. I embrace both. I am a boy and a girl. I mean, what? You know, you're gonna eventually be a boy and a girl. So when you're boy and girl, you don't act like a boy or a girl, because now you're boy girl. Now you're both. You're attractive and you're transmitting. You're bringing in and you're putting out. You are negative and you're positive. Oh, you're on and you're off at the same time. You could have fun with yourself. Now I'm just being immature, sorry. But anyways, realize any type of god or goddess is low level. That's why you don't even really call God God, but we keep saying that because that's what most people are going to think of. So it's Unisai. The ancients prefer to call it in the ancient Anuhazi. And the reason why, well, it is a 12D race. These feline Anuhazi, blue cats like Avatar, but not really like Avatar, but like Avatar. These blue cat beings are, well, they're 12D crested avatars. There are not many races who have that. Not all races have 12 strands of DNA. We show you their DNA. All the Anunnaki have 11th dimension and down. All the Draconians have 10th dimension and down. We have Scarlet. There's actually a fourth flame. That's kind of like weird to talk about. I mean, I'm not going to go deep into the Scarlet. They're called the Scarlet Order. The Scarlet Flame. And that has to do with a bunch of fallen Elohim really. But now because of that fallen Elohim, now we have the Scarlet Order. So some of you find a big attraction to that ray, the Scarlet energy. You're probably part of these great white brotherhood, or, you know, some of that false Saint Germain stuff. We talk about beings like this. We talk about Thoth. Maybe you don't like me now because I guess they're home. I was about to stop anyways, and I will finish up. But we go through. We talk a lot about well, we're light. We shine light. We're representing light. Honestly, you guys don't have to believe everything I say. Maybe some of the stuff you believe. Maybe other stuff you don't believe. You say, no. Okay, that's okay. Understand? I love you guys. Peace. Namaste. Come again. I will keep coming live as long as I can. Holy ones. Blessings. Light. Positive thoughts, no matter what happens. I'm here for you. I am your brother Thavian. I'm going to be shining my light. Find my website. If I disappear, find my website, because my website will be what will tell you where I'm at and what's going on. These forces, whatever forces there are, they can't take my website. You can actually move it to a different server anytime you want. And I will, even in another country if I have to. That's what I mean. I should try to grow my website, because that's something that social media can't take and these other big video websites can't take. You're not going to take my website. So come to my website. It's in the description of the video. At least save it, bookmark it. You don't have to look at it now until you need to, or you might need to. I love you. Kima. Citas. Machakaya. Ochiwa. Kunina. Ushapa. Much respect. Much gratitude. Namaste, holy ones. Peace. Yeah. Another victory of light. Yeah.